Tagging of complex tables with the function of quick headers with axaio MadeToTag. To semantically appropriate tag tables, you first need to know how the values in the table are defined. As an example, I take the value 4. What I can do now is to see what is defining this 4 here. First thing, here at the top, it's called matches entry. I know now 4 matches may be played, but that's not enough. In addition to know what 4 defines, I need to take a look at the left side and I see its position number 4 and Inter Dublin. InDesign is only capable of defining the first row or rows to be a header cell, but not the columns. What I now need to do is to define the first row and the first 2 columns to be header cells. Therefore, I just put my cursor inside the text of the table. It doesn't matter if you mark the text or put just only the cursor inside, it will work. Next step will be to define this is a table that should use quick headers. So I just go inside MadeToTag's panel, activate the quick headers. The next thing I need to do is just to define how many columns, this would be 2, and how many rows. I jump to the next entry with a tab key, and first row should be marked, and I just go outside with a tab key once again. If I now activate the highlight feature, I can see that the first row and the first 2 columns are marked as a table header cell. If I redefine it, for example, with 1 to 1, I can see it visually that my behavior of the table will change, but now I change it back to the correct values of 2 and 1. The same thing we can do with the second table once again. I just take an entry, for example, the second one here, and I see it's 5 to 0, and what is defined by that? It's Real London and it's FC Copenhagen. So what I need to do now is the first row and the first column should be the header cells. I just go inside the table, activate the quick headers features, and enter the values 1 and 1. With the highlighting feature activated, I can see now it's properly tagged now. After the PDF export, I will take a look to the file with Acrobat and PDF Go HTML. I now open the PDF file, which I exported with axaio MadeToTag. In Acrobat, there are possibilities to have some information about the table headers and their information about the so-called scope attribute to see the relations between header cells and data cells. But there's no easy way to have a quick and easy overview about the relations. So I will make use of the plugin Colors PDF Go HTML to have a better overview. PDF Go HTML renders the content of the text tree as a web page. As you can see, the table headers are marked in a darker color than the data cells. If I now go inside the table and I mark a data cell, I will see the related header cells in a different color. I can jump between all the cells to see if the relation was made properly. The same for the header cells. I can easily jump to a header cell and will see the related data cells. The same for the second table. Just place the cursor inside the data cell, you will see the related header cell, and header cells are marked and you will see the related data cells. For accessible PDF, empty data cells are not the best way. But that's a different point. MadeToTag only makes the content technically accessible. There's one minor issue in my second table which officially does not comply with the PDF UA standard. We got an empty table header. As header cells are relevant for the navigation inside the table, header cells shouldn't be empty. To have a 100% compliance to PDF UA, you need to switch to the next tool called Smart Headers, which I will talk about in the next video.